Nadine Kanso, thank you so much for being with us and welcome to the Made podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We're so happy to share your story today about what it really takes to make things happen.
A lot, a lot.
We were having a chat aside about, everybody has a backstory and nobody really knows what happens. And today we're talking about yours. So let's start right at the beginning. When you came to Dubai, tell us, what were the circumstances? How did you find yourself here?
So basically, I was in Montreal. From Montreal, we moved to Prague. And from Prague, we moved in 2000 to Dubai. So Dubai is home. We've been here for 23 years. I've known you for 17 since you got here.
Yes.
So what got us here is actually Aziz's work. And a few years down the road, I started my own business. And obviously, we started with photography and then to jewellery and the brand. And I'm sure you know a lot about it. And I'm sure you're going to ask me.
Well, we all know you are the queen of calligraphy.
Oh.
But actually, we first met you as a photographer. But even in your photographic work, calligraphy and storytelling and talking about the kind of Arabic cultural diaspora and the narrative.
And the
was such an
socio-political,
yeah. Well, you said it.
Yep.
So should we go there? I mean,
Yeah.
what was the first image that you took and why did you take it?
So basically, a friend of mine had an exhibition back at the V&A in London, and the title of that exhibition was Arabize Me.
Oh,
And,
Arabize me.
exactly.
Oh
So
my
Arabize
gosh.
Me
That's cool.
got me thinking, and she wanted me to showcase some of my photography work. And I had told her I have nothing like ready or I wanted to go into photography as an art form, but I hadn't done anything. She goes, okay, this is your platform. Go ahead and do it. So it was a challenge for me. And I said to myself, I'm not going to get this opportunity again. You get certain opportunities at certain time in life. Either you take them and change the course of your journey, or you don't. So when Leila told me, you have to do something, I said, okay, fine. That goes really into what I love to do. And culture and identity, especially after the 9/11 and all of that,
Yeah.
became quite heavy. And where I come from, being an Arab nationalist is very big and essential. Identity, heritage, I always felt we need to be talking about it, promoting it, putting it forward, and making sure everybody respects that. And I found myself from that body of work in photography, after showing it actually here in Dubai,
Yeah.
taking it to another step into something more accessible to a wider audience, which would be actually Bil Arabi, which is the brand.
Yeah.
And at that time, I said, why am I not wearing my letter in Arabic? Why am I not saying love in Arabic? Why am I not saying peace in Arabic? And I found that I was using a lot the letters, and I was the first one to do so in jewellery.
You
And then
were the first one to do so.
I am.
We will circle back right there to
Yeah,
that
which I
point.
did not say that so many times before, but at this point in time with my career, I need to emphasize that even more.
I will say it. Nadine
Yeah.
Kanso, with Bil Arabi, was the first person to make calligraphy into
The letter.
the letter,
Yeah, the letter.
into art forms, jewellery, you name it. You wait and see what's coming.
And the word hub as well, which is
Yeah.
love. So
Yeah.
I was promoting that, and 18 years down the road with the brand, and I've done a lot of great things, and I'm so proud of myself.
We're skipping over a lot of history here. Now, hold
Of
up,
course.
hold up, hold up.
So the history, I'm sure you're gonna tap into it. So please indulge.
Yes, I am going to tap into it. So tell me, because actually, I don't know if people even realize that all of the calligraphy that you're wearing, that you showcase under your brand, is actually hand drawn by yourself. This is not computer generated. This is all drawn. And I've had the experience of watching you actually craft your pieces. And I mean, that in itself is so amazing. So tell me about the first time you put the pen on paper. Was it hope? Was it your letter? How did you
So
connect
the
with
first
that?
so the first thing was actually a T-shirt that I've done with the word بحبك, and it was taken from بحبك يا لبنان, at when we had, unfortunately, the Israeli invasion and all of that. So that was one thing I did.
And that was for awareness of the
That was
cause.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
it was it was for charity, for like all of that. From there, and
Amazing.
I used that word again and again, بحبك and حب. And obviously the first letter I did was the letter N, Noon. As you said, I do the calligraphy for most of the pieces myself, but we have the first line we've created was actually taken from the Arabic calligraphy, which was a regular font that I kind of reworked, and
I
it
am sure it
became.
was not regular. There's nothing
No,
regular
no,
about
it
you,
was
baby.
a classic font. It was a
Okay, I
classic
got
font,
you.
which I kind of like reworked slightly to become mine. But obviously,
Beautiful.
over the years, I've created other fonts, which was the Man font with the Samir Al-Amin, a cousin of mine and a designer, and another font such as this one and this one. These are all actually created specifically for Bil Arabi by myself.
Baby, you are exceptional. You're totally playing everything down here, and that's what I just love about you.
This is how I am.
You are, and you're someone that really leads with love. I mean, the use of that word love is something that just resonates from you as being such a wonderful person.
Thank you.
And you spend huge amounts of your personal time and your work time supporting people, other Arabs, lifting people up,
True.
celebrating. I mean, you've built an incredible community around your brand, and it's really been done with love.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is to spread love, not only for the culture, heritage, and language, but also, as designers or community or people. At the end of the day, what do you take with you? You don't take anything of all of that. You only take a good memory of who you were on this planet. So if I'm supportive to you, you're supportive to me. It should be natural. It should be the way it is. And I hope that I support much more, and I have a lot of love coming my way as well. So when I do an event or when I say something, I have that support, which is love. And because probably, as you said, I've given it and it's coming back to me.
100%.
So we lead by that,
we lead by love.
by love.
But do you agree with the statement that making things happen, when you're leading with love, it's a much more enjoyable way of making things happen?
100%. I mean, I've been lucky to actually do something I love. So
Yeah.
I don't feel that I'm going to work. I don't feel like oh my God, today I want to wake up and I have to do. No, it comes naturally. It comes from the heart. And I think being successful and getting to the where I am today or to that point is because it's coming from the heart. It's because coming from love. And I wish that everybody does whatever they're doing
Yeah.
out of love, because their journey would be really, really much easier. That said, it's not always easy.
No, of course
Yeah.
it's not. And I also want to point to something, because you're such an enormous inspiration to so many people. Like I said, you lead with love, you build community, you lift other people up. But on the flip side of that, and quite in a funny way, you have also been one of the most copied designers coming out of the region.
I am.
Yeah. I mean, I know you well enough to know that you let that wash off you. It never
Yeah, of course,
affects you.
because you cannot stop at everything and everyone, because whoever copies will copy you and copy other people, and obviously move on to something else. Like this morning, somebody sent me, "Oh, did you see this?" I'm like, you know what? If you look at their page, go slightly down, and you're gonna see that they're copied X, Y, and Z. So why bother? Obviously, you have to stand for things that come very close to your identity, your brand's name,
Yeah.
your all of that. That you cannot let go, even for whatever the outcome will be. But you cannot just be silent about it. It's not okay.
No.
It's not okay. It's good to inspire people and for people to, look at you and say like, we want to do this or that or whatever.
Yeah.
But as a creative, you will. If you're not creative, just give your work to someone else and let them do it for you. don't copy a name, don't copy a design, don't copy all of that and say this is okay for everyone to be, there's no, it's fine, it's inspirational. No, it's not inspirational. You're hurting somebody else's business.
Yeah.
Your credibility, even if you keep on doing it, your credibility is at stake,
Yeah.
especially if you are within the community, you know?
Yes.
So like, okay, let's do this and that and that. And okay, what else? Do you want to take my name? Do you want to take who I am?
But look,
They will not.
today you're strong.
I am, and
You
I will
know?
always be strong. And
But
obviously
did
to
it
get,
affect you ever? Did you ever think, oh my God, this is not going to work because everyone is copying me?
no,
It's not going to happen.
No. If you're creative, this is what I'm saying. If you're creative, you're gonna be 3-4 steps ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And today, especially, if I look at what I've done the last few months, if you want, doing the collaboration with Guerlain, having my name on the LVMH post, Nadine Kanso, all of these things. I wouldn't have said these things in the past, but now I'm trying to own what I've become. I'm owning it. So I need to I need to say it.
Own it, own it, own it, baby. But this is not the first exceptional moment for you. I mean,
No,
we
it's
are
not.
so proud. But
Thank you. But
the cuff,
No.
it was
With
Christie's or
Christie's,
something.
Christie's.
Yeah. I mean, that was many years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that in itself was such a differentiator, and you've just kept striving and leading, and having this public face of pride. Nationalism, yes, but leading with love. But there's a lot of effort that goes into that
Of
part of
course.
staying ahead. I mean, how does that affect your ability to run your business operationally and growth strategies and all the other stuff that's happening in the back end of it?
I need to be have a cloning system, because I have to say lately I've been doing so much.
Yeah.
And I feel like, at times I'm like, okay, I'm torn between places. I want to work during the day and I want to go out at night, support my friends who have events or brands or all of that. So it's a lot. It's a lot, but you have to manage. You have the energy, you have the love, you keep it going. As simple as that.
As simple as that.
Yeah, you can start IV drips for vitamin C. That's courtesy of Zainab Dana. So yeah, I mean,
and don't
you have to do what you have to do.
Baby, don't forget, you're also a mother. You have a family. You have 2 exceptional young men that you've raised along the way,
And a husband that still exists.
Of course. Yes, the husband's still in the picture, people. This beautiful woman is not available. But, it's a lot. I mean,
it is a lot.
You're such a positive person, full of light. But I do want to talk about some of the kind of darker behind the scenes things. Like, was there a moment in building this exceptional brand where you felt maybe it was all going to fall apart, or was there anything that...
Listen, I wouldn't say that. You doubt yourself at times. You don't give yourself credit at times. And this is where you're on the, but I've never been on the negative side. It's my character. It was never too difficult, but because also throughout the 18 years I've built this business, it's not like in a day, or I didn't get an investor yesterday and I was like, yalla, and let's do this. So I didn't put a lot of also pressure on me. I was very selective in my collaborations. I was very selective in my positioning of the brand. I'm not everywhere. So that also gave me room to be able to manage all of that, to manage the family, the boys, the school, the business. So
that's beautiful.
I don't know if I was smart about it or I wanted that kind of balance.
You know what it is?
But I managed to do it.
This is something, we were talking before we started the recording. Something that I'm picking up is that people who are making things happen are doing it because they know who they are. And that decision, you're saying, I don't know if it was smart. No, it was exceptionally smart, because you were able to not put things at risk that you loved and cared for, and still build a business. And you did it really innately.
It
wasn't a strategy.
No, it wasn't a strategy. It was just like the way things worked, and I felt comfortable with it, and I moved along with it.
But that's the self-knowledge talking.
Exactly. And I think because I've always kept my feet on the ground,
and
I'm very grounded. Again, these are things that I'm able to say now that I would
Yeah.
not be saying like a year or even 2 years ago. Like since I crossed the 50, I'm like, you know what? Come, come, I'll show you who I am.
I love it. So we must be coming up to 20 years of Bil Arabi.
We're at 18 years of Bil Arabi,
Okay, my
soon
gosh.
20. So
Let's
let's
see,
see.
baby. And then we have something very exciting happening this month.
Yes, we're opening our first store in store with that concept store at Mall of the Emirates with Majid Al Futtaim. That's a big step. We have a new DNA for the brand, a new look, a new feel, an elevation of all of that. So
That's
yeah,
very exciting. I mean, look, let's just also tell everyone that your beautiful jewellery, and it's fine jewellery, has been sold in Harvey Nichols. You've been sold around the world on leading websites. I mean, you've been selling through many, many stockers for a long time, but this is the first time you have your own retail presence,
exactly.
branded.
Exactly, and the person who came with the design of the store is Carl Gerges, who's really an incredible and award-winning architect. He had a very cool vision, very slick, totally different of who I am. And you've been to my house; it's all like,
Eclectic,
eclectic colors,
colorful.
whatever. Now it's very subdued and
Oh
very
my
to the point. So I was
goodness.
like, okay,
Oh, I'm
it's a
very
new journey.
excited.
Let's see how it goes.
Oh my gosh. And how are you finding that process of letting go and letting some other people come into your creative space?
Listen, it's good. Sometimes you just need to do that because you cannot be in control of everything.
Yeah.
And Carl really told the story very well. And we have, you'll see the feature. We have a
I
nice
can't
feature
wait.
element in the store that will be our leading element moving forward. So it's always nice to have someone have a good vision that you align with.
Yeah.
He's done great works for brands such as Bottega Veneta and all of that. So,
Amazing.
why not Bil Arabi?
Why not? Why not indeed?
Exactly.
And are either of the boys interested in taking on the business?
Not at this point in time,
Okay.
but Amr is very much interested. He's actually helping a lot.
Amazing.
I can listen to him and get advice from him because he's the new generation when it comes to numbers, the way we should direct and look at our customers, all of that, you know. For me, I'm an artist, so I've been like, okay, we'll do that later, whatever. And now he's here with Bushra and another colleague of ours, Amber, and all. Everybody's putting me kind
In
of like,
place, I
okay,
think.
you have to do this, you have to do this. Like, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm working now much more than the last 18
But
years
that's
in 1 year.
amazing. That's
So a
amazing.
lot of exciting things, a lot of nice collaborations coming up.
Fabulous.
So yeah,
No, it's brilliant. It's quite cathartic, I think, that process of, you could say that you started this whole thing on a little bit of a whim. It wasn't like a calculated
no, at all.
brand strategy, business
No,
plan.
no. I didn't have a name for the brand when I started. So when I did the first letter Noon and the Bhabbak, I showed them at the time to Zayan, and she goes like, "Come, please put them in my store, whatever." I was like, "Okay, I will, but I don't
Amazing.
have packaging. I don't have a name for the brand." She goes like, "What are you doing with the?" It's like it's all Arabic. She goes like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, give me a couple of days. Let me see what I can do." And then I said to myself, "It's gonna be Bil Arabi. It's as
Yeah.
simple as that.
Yeah.
You're leading with your heritage language and so." Since it's gonna be in Bil Arabi, I've put myself in a box, and but this box has been growing,
Yeah.
all in all directions, and it's called Bil Arabi, as simple as that.
Yeah. And I think, especially where you are today, it's like you're kind of starting a whole new journey. I mean,
Hundred
this
percent.
this actually this retail moment is really a big deal.
It is a big deal because it will actually be the anchor for new projects, new retailers, maybe our own shop. Investors coming in, taking the brand, to a higher level globally, and all of that. And with that, obviously, creating designs that are, more global and more international. So it is exciting. It is, keeping my head,
How
busy
are you
and
sleeping?
Still not a lot, but no, I'm sleeping well. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you, God.
Look, I think it's extraordinarily well deserved that you go to the highest heights, and
Inshallah.
that everything Bil Arabi is actually beyond you. I mean, we've all kind of grown up here together in Dubai.
We did. We supported each other a lot.
Yeah,
We've done so
yeah.
many things together. So
But it is that kind of like
recognition.
stage of recognition, but also
Yeah.
I think transcendence, or kind of like you're giving it now to the whole world.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's still very much leading with love.
Of
So
course. No,
I
100%.
I bet your new branding, that's written in there.
It's not written
I think you
love.
need to add it.
Maybe I should add it.
Yes.
Because it's all about love.
Yeah. I think this is your life motto. I mean, this is beyond your
No,
work.
it has always been, whether it's with people that I don't know,
Yeah.
with my pets, with everything, with Martin here. So it's all about love,
It's all about love.
right, Martin? See?
When did you, like, just going back again, thinking about your journey, because this is a question that I love to ask. When did you know you had a real business? Like, what was the moment that you were like, wait, this is actually, I'm really onto something?
No, I mean, the numbers kept on growing every year, slowly, but we're a very positive leading business. The only really time where everything looked like a business, I would say, seriously, like a year ago.
No way.
Like a year and a half ago.
What? Is that because that's the first time you did your books?
No, I've done my books every year since day one because my husband was like,
you. Of course, I have
but
no
it's
doubt.
when we had a company come in and
Amazing.
assess the business because we had
Amazing.
interest from other parties to invest with us.
Oh, so it was like a due
And
diligence thing?
So exactly. So I had to look at that. I had to see the 5-year plan, which I'm not a planner whatsoever.
That's amazing,
And look
though.
at how you can grow the business, whether you get an investor or you don't get an investor. Where are our weak points, our strong points, and how we're moving forward. So all of that kind of like, you know what?
So wait a second.
Like, okay.
Let's connect these dots. So you just told me that like a year ago is
A
when
year
you
and,
were
a, and
like,
a year and a half ago.
and it was, and at the beginning of the conversation, you were like, the amount of things that have happened in that last year
Yeah.
are amazing. So do you think there's a connection between these two things?
No, I don't think. I think I think the world works in a funny way. I think the energy, when you put it in a place and when people start coming to you,
Yeah.
and it's nothing that you can actually do. I mean, like for bringing that energy, it comes to you. How you move forward with it is a different story. So I got that information. I could have done nothing with it.
Yeah.
So I got a company to check the business. And when I saw that, your energy, your mind starts sending, I don't know, it's weird, vibes to everyone around.
Yeah.
And things come falling in place. But it's not because I went and I said like, oh, I need to bring this or that or no. Very weird.
It's weird, no?
I'm like
It's
that.
quite interesting.
It is interesting, and everything happens for a reason. Again, and at a certain time, for a reason.
Well, here we
You
are,
lose
baby.
some, and you win some.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily something you've been paid for, but like, what was the most, like, really, the most important collaboration or show or collection, or like, what's the most kind of thing that's really in your heart that you've achieved?
I mean, I've done, as you said, like back from Christie's to the book with canvas and Ali Khadra for Gucci.
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, I
The
remember
photography for Louis
that.
Vuitton.
Beautiful.
The plates for Bernardo. I mean, all the collaborations were really like
Major.
on point and major, and they were part of this journey. I've never like over exaggerated anything of all of what you know me. I'm not
Yeah.
I don't I put a small post and
You're
probably
super low-key, babe.
like I don't. But with the I have to say with the Guerlain one lately, I saw how important that bottle was, because it's going to be in the archives of Guerlain
That's
forever,
major.
and it's a an anniversary bottle with an Arabic calligraphy on it in the patrimoine of Guerlain, and I realized then, and probably because the world was saying, how important this collab is.
You're like,
That
oh
I'm like,
yes, okay.
okay, yeah, thank you. So yeah, I
You-
guess I think this one was a major one. Like I can not only tell because of the people,
I'm pretty
but I
sure.
was like, but it started with like, oh, let's design this bottle, like
No.
literally.
How did they approach
Yeah.
you? It was very relaxed.
Yeah, actually, I had dinner with them for something totally like irrelevant to my thing. So I was hosting them for a dinner for Ayman and Depeche for the code,
Oh
and
no way.
yeah, and I was like being like, and talking to them and being nice and whatever, and they told me, oh, we love your jewelry, what is it, da da da. So I spoke about my jewelry. We finished the dinner, we had a cigar and we chilled, whatever. And like a month and a half later, I got an email and saying, would you like to collaborate on this bottle? We love what you do, and we think it would be a beautiful match. It's like, yeah,
That's
okay, fine.
amazing.
But I didn't know it was going to be that huge.
So that's like so serendipitous again.
Exactly.
Wow.
So yeah.
Baby, you're an oracle. You're just like vibing through life, making it
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. Why stress? It comes. It comes. It doesn't come. I think when we try too hard,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen.
But you see that acceptance of when it doesn't come, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
That's
okay.
also important.
I feel we rush into life. We rush into things. We keep on trying, which is good to try and good to fail and good to learn. I'm not saying not,
Yeah.
but the drive has to be come from within. But you have to be okay with it.
Yeah.
So don't let anyone pressure you to do something. Don't look at someone else because they are famous or they are successful and compare yourself so you'll be the same. Walk your own path. Whatever comes, it's great.
That's amazing. You're a beacon of knowledge. So are you going to do
I
any
hope.
mentoring?
That's always.
Are you? No, I was just trying to think. Like, I don't think I've ever seen you get angry ever.
I've got angry a couple of
A
times
couple of times.
with the kids as well.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
but no, I mean, angry, I will not. It doesn't get you anywhere.
No.
I get worked out, yes. We are in the middle of something now, and it is unfortunately annoying. But at the end of the day, am I going to be able to change things? On a certain level, maybe, maybe a little bit, but there are certain decisions that are done by other people that you cannot control. And you have to be okay with that.
Yeah, yeah. You know, if there's one word I could think of to kind of describe you, it would be elegant.
Oh, thank you.
And it's not only how you look, my baby.
Thank you.
It's how you think and the grace and the dignity that you hold yourself with. And this is only, supporting how I feel about you,
I love
your
you.
success and how you're going,
Thank you.
your journey. Like when you look forward 5 years, considering exactly where you are today, what's the vision that you have? Because I feel like you have a vision.
I've never really had a vision.
Okay.
Sorry, Meredith. I'm not a good planner. But I have to say, because of what's all that's happening this year and like a year and a half ago, I have kind of a plan, but not a really like set plan. I never
You
set
don't
things.
see something when you close your eyes and you're like, that's where I'm going to be.
No,
Wow.
no. Yeah, and I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate.
No, I think it's fortunate. I think it's a superpower.
Because it's like you surf and in life, whatever comes, it's cool, it's chill. I don't have a vision. I would like to make things happen definitely now with all the information I got, all the interest in the brand I have. Yes, I would like to either someone take it over, like my kids, if they don't want someone else, because it's a lot of work
Of
that has gone
course.
through this and
Yeah.
through this business, and the love was given, a great DNA, a strong DNA, beautiful visuals, and obviously products. And I don't want that to just like the day I leave, that everything is like there's nothing there.
Yeah.
So it has to be anchored somewhere, somehow,
Yeah.
whether with the kids or with anyone else who's like my niece is working with me. She might take the lead.
Amazing.
It would be nice to keep that message going.
Yeah.
That's what my concern at the moment, and this is where I want in 5 years to be able to say, there's someone who's taking over.
See, I got it out of you.
Yeah,
That's where we want to be. Yeah, I think that's amazing.
yeah.
You're going to be our Coco Chanel, our
Oh,
legacy, our
I love that.
heritage, our story, like in 100
That
years.
would be cool.
Right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, a lot of designers from the region or even elsewhere. They start their design process and they become known in the region or globally, but a lot of times we don't see this kind of journey into okay, who's taking over,
Yeah.
because the business is not big enough for for them to take it over or for someone to invest in it or but the story is great, is strong, the DNA is amazing, you name it, it has everything for it to be on a either global or regional, like larger regional level. So why not
Yeah.
keep it going?
Yeah. You mentioned that, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, did you ever just want to like chuck it? Just
No.
like,
No, that too, no. Because again, you do it with love. Because
yeah.
something will come your way and you're gonna say, oh my God, I'm gonna design this. I'm gonna, you start with one ring and then you look at something else and you call the guys like, do this, do that, sketch this, sketch that. So it's all part of, living life.
Also with branding today, we're all around branding and the science and the philosophy and the aesthetics of branding. And something that came up in the last kind of, I would say more in the last 10 years,
Exactly.
is the idea of purpose.
True.
And you have such a strong purpose with what you're
Definitely.
doing. And I think we could probably argue that that's going to take your brand for, like, everything else is just going to get left behind you.
Exactly. I mean, there's a story, as I said,
Yeah.
and that story is very strong and it has a purpose, and it's about identity, it's about heritage, it's about culture,
Yeah.
and this is essential. You cannot just forget about that. We cannot all speak English and never speak Arabic or the scenario goes like in so many ways. It's a mission for me. It was a statement. It was an art expression that happens to become business.
See,
It was not.
that's so amazing.
It was not planned. I'm a photographer. Okay, I'm not working in photography as much as before, but this is life. This is this is my purpose.
It really is.
It is.
It
It is.
really, really is.
Yeah.
On a final note, your conversation has been so different from all the other made podcasts. And I hope you take the time to go and listen to the other stories, because no one has really kind of sat here and just been like, oh, this kind of happened. And this is just how I live. And it's just kind of happening. It's really exceptional. And I would love to know from your heart, what are kind of three, I know this is a really hard question, but three kind of mottos or pieces of advice or something that you can share that has helped you to make your life happen? It's very general for you because it's
I know.
just
I mean,
a kind of a manifestation.
definitely, you have to be consistent. That's one thing you have to. You cannot just like wake up one day and say, "Okay, I'm gonna do this," and then for 10 months not do anything. You have to be consistent. You have to be on top of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you have to micromanage because it's a small business.
What? You
You
have
do.
to micromanage.
You still have
I
to
thought
micromanage.
everyone tells you not to micromanage.
I know, but unfortunately, with a small business, you have to.
Yeah.
So you check the marketing, you check the social, you check the production, the quality, the pricing, the margins, who you collaborate or who you don't. So
Yeah.
now maybe in the last year, because I have a couple of other people on board, that I do this less, but everything comes back to me to be. I would want to be in 5 years not doing that.
There we go.
Just, drawing on the beach, chilling,
Sounds good.
having my
Interesting.
cigar and champagne.
So consistency.
Consistency.
Let's say having your eye on everything.
Kind of, yeah, I wouldn't say micromanage, fine. Like, just keep close to your business.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
close to your business, because you will know what a client is saying, what the client is looking for.
Very
You need to
important.
keep your ears there,
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
eyes as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, when I say quality, not every piece I look at, but at least the first pieces that come out from the collection, you need to have a look at. You need to make sure that they're up to standard. So,
Yeah.
and you need to have the drive,
Yeah.
the love for your business. And the minute you don't feel it, just don't do it.
Yeah. No, I think that's
So-
super valid.
I hope.
Anything else you want to share?
No, darling.
Well, we can't wait to see this retail concept come alive.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what's
In a
going to
week.
be the kind of pinnacle of that experience, and see how the designers who you've been working with have actually brought all the Bil Arabiness out of
You're
you.
gonna see something. You've been to my office.
Yes, I mean, I
You're
know
gonna
you
see
very
the
well.
exact opposite.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my God, that's exciting.
That's a lot for me to take.
I know that's a lot of letting go.
I love you, Carl.
Yes, Carl. Big shout outs to you. It seems like you've done a momentous job here.
Exactly.
Well, listen, we will pick it up then when the retail store opens.
Yalla.
Nadine, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We would never miss an opportunity to sit down and talk about your incredible story.
Maybe in 5 years.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.